Hi, and welcome back to CMG Oral Space Trading Channel. Today, following on our trading on Binance video series, in this episode, that's episode 9, we have an interesting topics that we are going to treat, right? So, and the topic is on how to engage in Binance savings, right? Yeah, Binance savings. So, in fact, every episode is going to be in parts, probably in three parts. So, we will tell you what is Binance Savings, right? And then the importance, and then how you can make the most out of this. So, what is Binance Savings? Binance Savings is a service provided by Binance that lets users deposit their cryptocurrency into savings products to earn interest over time. Right. It is similar to a traditional savings account, but instead of depositing fiat currency, which we have already looked at, I'm going to put the link in this video description on how to do this. Now, you deposit cryptocurrencies, right? So instead of depositing fiat, you deposit what? Cryptocurrencies. Now, Binance offers two main types of savings: flexible savings and then locked savings. But hey, hold your horses. This episode is actually going to be a preliminary episode to how to actually engage in Binance savings, right? So when it comes to CMG, right, there are a number of surveys that we have done, findings, right, which is actually working, right? So before we jump into Binance savings, I would like to give you a preliminary video to actually whet your appetite for you to understand the whole thing before you actually engage in this. Because I would say in one way that this episode or this training is only for teaching purposes. In terms of legal sphere, I would say that this is not financial advice, but in another way, I can also say it's a suggestion that I'm making. You watch this video, and then you decide, because we have tested it and it is true at CMG Oral Space. Right. So let me introduce you. You see, in a traditional way, I live in Ghana, and then there's this term that we call a susu, right? And people do susu. This is where you save a regular amount of money at a particular period, right? And then when it's time, you actually go and then withdraw, or you take it. So it's either you do it with yourself or you do it with people. And then many a time there are problems associated with this. So let me introduce you to this. So at CMG, we did a survey, and then we find another way, which we have actually done for 2 years or more, right? And it's actually working. So this system, instead of doing the traditional way of savings a particular amount, saving with yourself or with people with problems, right? We devised another way to actually boost your your income or your rewards, as in the rate of what savings. So if you check this diagram, right, we have actually presented on that, giving you the step-by-step how this is actually done. I'll put the video, the link in this video description for you to understand what it does. So in this diagram, for a whole month, in fact for a year, we have 12 months in it. So, and every month has at least 4 weeks. So when you take a month, for instance, January, we have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. Now, this week, we assume that you are someone who works on your own, or yes, you work on your own, or probably you have some wages that you actually get, or maybe you get profit, or in fact, people dash you money. But many a time, we do not know how to actually save this or keep this money. So we keep it on our mobile money in our hands, and then we dash them out, and then we spend them impulsively, right? So we devise a way to actually manage your money and then use them more judiciously. So week 1, you start, let's say you assume that you start with what? You see the top right there, you see Ghana cedi, 50 Ghana cedi per week. So it means that in my case, if I start with 50 Ghana cedis, right, The second week, I'm going to pay 100. The third week, I'm going to pay 150. The fourth week, I'm going to pay 200. And then the fifth week, I'm going to pay what? 250. So in that whole summary or sum in a month, I'm going to get 750, which is a lot of money. But if you are going to wait, keep this money and transfer to your bank or even go to the bank, which many a time it doesn't happen. So when you do this, you realize that at the end of the year, you have a huge sums of money, which is very flexible and very affordable, right? Now, we are not going to stop there. We are going to move up the ladder, right? Making things more interesting, right? So here we are going to capitalize on Binance feature called savings. Binance savings. Now, even before that, before you actually go into the technicals of the technicality of the Binance savings, we have also stepped up our game even in the traditional way of savings with the weekly income. So what we do here is that we are going to start doing something like every week you deposit at least $6 or $5 USDT, right? So this is going to, in fact, you should check your income, your financial budget, your in fact, you understand what I mean, before you can actually start this. So that is why we are starting from the minimum. The reason why I'm starting from the minimum is that Binance, in fact, USDT or US dollar, right, is it fluctuates, right? When it comes to your fiat being pegged to your fiat, it fluctuates, right? So on Binance, I think the minimum deposit that you can make is 5 USDT, right? So this 5 USDT, just a matter of do your conversion into your local currency and then check how much it's going to cost you. So in this part of the world, my country that I am, 6 USDT now is, I think, is at least between at the time of recording this video, today's date is actually 30th of August 2024. So the least that I can check is 150. Initially, when I checked, it was 150, 113, right? So it keeps going up and down. So it's the fluctuations of that nature of your currency, right? So for being specific, you just keep the USDT at $6 and then just a matter of doing the conversion, and then with that you can do that. So why are we doing this? So you're going to do it in such a way that every week you deposit this amount of money, right? Because in the next episode we are going to look at how we can actually invest this money. You understand? So we can actually start with for the whole year, and then in the course of it, you can be locking up some of them in the Binance savings feature of that app, right? Or better still, you can just leave it and then just be saving, put the money there, because dollar can be going up, can be going down. This one side of it, but we are looking at the positive side, right? That you are saving, right? So that is USDT itself does not fluctuate. It's a stable currency. USDT is a stable one. But just that when it comes to your currency, is the conversion that may differ. You understand? I hope you understand this feature. So that is it. So every week, you are going to deposit at least 6 USDT or 5 USDT based on what Binance can actually offer us. So that's what we're going to do. So every week, 6 USDT or 5 USDT, and then we keep in that sense. So the next episode you will decide if after accumulating for, let's say, 2 months or so, right, and then you can start actually investing with the Binance savings feature. In that sense, at that feature we have two types of it. We have the flexible and then the locked one. Then you can, and we also have another feature called add-on called auto subscribe. You understand? So that is what we are going to look at. So here is just to give you that idea that instead of having problem with the savings in the traditional sense of doing susu or savings with your bank or on your Momo, which many a time have issues, why don't you start in this sense? Because one thing about USDT is that with your currency, it can go up, right? USDT, in fact, US dollar started around 8 Ghana cedi. 1 USD was 8 Ghana cedis. Now look at the rate. Just within a year, now we are at more than 15. Now USA Ghana cedis in Ghana cedis now it's more than $16. 16 cedis, sorry. So you see the sense. So just assuming you started this activity or this savings feature at the rate of what, 8 Ghana cedis, and now within a year, I'm telling you, within a year, this is how much a dollar costs in Ghana cedis, 16 Ghana cedis. So you can see, just you can actually imagine this. So assuming you are able to do the savings, and then you move up the ladder to the savings of feature of Binance, where you actually look up some of them and then you enjoy, right? I have the interest of the youth at heart, right? So many a time, in fact, the mistakes that we did when we were youth, or when we were very naive, we spend money anyhow, right? So this is a suggestion. This is a suggestion that I'm giving, that you can actually make the most out of it, and it's going to help you in the long run. Do this and you'll come back to help, in fact, to thank me. Because, in fact, whatever we are going to do here, you are not going to send me money for myself. I am just giving you my findings. You determine, ascertain, right? Just consider and then see how best this is going to help you. So first of all, you have to have a Binance account, verified one. I'm going to put the link in this and then follow up. And then the video that we did on the traditional way, the compounding one, where you have the weekly done. You can start from there. If you are interested in that, you can start it, and then you move up the ladder to this, and then we also move up to the Binance feature, right? So I won't talk much here. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and you will see me in the next video concerning this same episode. Ciao for now.